If you grinded Zone Wars every single day for a week, not only coached by one of the best Zone Wars players to ever walk this earth, but to the point where you got so good, full clips, that you were straight up feared within the Fortnite community.
Why the hell is everyone leaving?
Would all that practice actually make your fighting any better in a tournament?
Oh my god. Spawn. Get out!
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Oh my god, that was so smart.
Thank you to Pro Only Zone Wars for sponsoring this video. More on that later.
Oh my Christ.
Oh my god!
When I loaded into some of my first Zone Wars 1v1s of the week, I quickly realised that there was quite a big problem with my plan. I am currently terrible at Zone Wars, like getting 5-0'd by some random console kid type of terrible at Zone Wars. And to be honest, I don't even know where to start with learning how to get good. But luckily, I think I know someone that does. This is Kobrax, one of the best Zone Wars players in the world right now. Yes, that was Peterbot. And this is also Peterbot. And this is also Peterbot. Okay, yeah, you get the point. Kobrax is very good at Zone Wars and should make a perfect coach for this challenge. But before he can teach me some of the most broken Zone Wars strats I have ever seen, I need to 1v1 him. Yeah, I'm sure nothing could go wrong, but this would give Kobrax a good idea of how good I already was at Zone Wars, making sure these tips were guaranteed to help me to improve.
Alright, Kobrax is on 100 ping, so I better not lose this.
2 seconds later.
Oh my god, okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh, we have no mats. I'm dead. God damn it. Oh, what a cone. No. There's no way I live this. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, he got that as well. Oh my god, I look so bad. This is terrible. This is so bad. I'm getting destroyed. Oh my god. Why did I side jump into that? I have no mats. I have no mats. Oh, this has gone so badly.
That went pretty much as expected, but luckily this gave Kobrax exactly what he needed, and the first thing he was going to teach me would be 3 different Zone Wars starts. Your start is arguably the most important thing in Zone Wars, as it gives you the best possible chance to take height. So with 3 starts that Kobrax personally uses in Zone Wars 1v1s, this would make it nearly impossible for me to lose height if I did them correctly. With start 1 going something like this.
Like some are just for like getting height and some for like cucking. It's like you jump out, you do like 190, 290s, 390s, and then you place 2 ramps like this, and you just keep like just going, all like sprinting. You just keep doing double ramps out.
Then the second start would turn out to be the one I used the most.
It's like you just go out like this, place 1 ramp like this, and then you just keep going like this, and then like I usually edit so you don't get walled off, cone myself, and then I place like cones above.
Then the final start would aim to get you over to the other side as fast as possible.
Alright, the third start is like I come out like this, I place 2 walls like this, I do this, place ramp floor, and I just keep going, and I place like 2 cones like that.
And after around 30 minutes of practicing each start, I felt like I could do them pretty consistently, but they didn't really seem good enough. You see, if I wanted to get really good at Zone Wars, I would need to be able to do these starts every single time without hesitation. And while looking back at Kobrax doing them full speed, it was clear that I still had some work to do if I wanted them to look that clean. So I decided to get to grinding, spending an additional 3 hours straight practicing these moves over and over on day 1, specifically grinding every part of these starts until I could do them perfectly almost every time.
Oh my god. Thanks, clean.
Coming into day 2, it was time to start applying these moves into some real Zone Wars 1v1s. Sure, there were still a ton of other tips that Kobrax taught me I needed to learn, but first I wanted to make sure I had these fundamentals down as best as possible. For every Zone Wars match in this video, I'm going to be using a map called Pro Only Zone Wars. Not only is this the map that all of the top Zone Wars players like Kobrax or even Zen use all of the time, but it's one of the lowest delay Zone Wars maps there is, making it perfect for 1v1ing the absolute demons I was about to find from various different discords. The map code is on screen now if you want to try it for yourself. Now these first few 1v1s actually went way better than I was expecting. The small change of being able to take height almost instantly every single round using these starts made things so much easier. Sure, there were still some very obvious flaws in my gameplay.
Wait, what? I thought I had 2 builds.
And some of these wins I got weren't exactly that convincing. I mean, I was still losing 3 to 4 rounds against most people I managed to beat, but this was certainly a huge improvement over day 1, actually winning almost every 1v1 I played for the first couple hours of the day. And this made it feel like it was actually going to be pretty easy to get good at Zone Wars, or at least that was until I 1v1'd this guy, Doxy the Sellout. Now this 1v1 did start off okay. I mean, instantly I could tell I was 1v1ing a good player, but we ended up going back and forth for the first few rounds. However, once Doxy had started to warm up, things took a turn for the worse, and I started getting absolutely destroyed. Now most people in this situation would probably end up leaving, but I knew that the more good players I 1v1'd in these 7 days, the better I would be at the end of it. So I kept going, getting destroyed round after round after round. At this point, I needed to know at least one thing I could do to improve, and after asking Doxy, he ended up pointing out something super simple that I could fix almost instantly. You see, he kept catching me in this piece control move when I was above him. This was because for some reason I was trying to hold my gun out for a pre-fire every time, so swapping this out for building up further or angle swapping to get a good shot would hopefully make a huge difference for how I played height going into day 3. Before I could learn the next thing that Kobrax taught me, I needed to address some more issues I discovered on day 2. The first thing being the different side jumps for each of the 3 starts. I could generally do the starts pretty well, but every time I messed them up it was always because I missed the side jump at the start. This meant a quick hour or so of practicing the side jumps at the start of the day would hopefully make a big difference. The next 2 things I wanted to try and work on were relatively simple, but would make a big difference. Watching my materials better so that I stop dying to full damage like an idiot, and start working on tracking my opponent much better in fights, which would come in super useful when trying to learn some of the chops Kobrax taught me on day 1. Now chops are one of the most useful things you can do in Zone Wars and are essential to a low ground playstyle. By noticing when someone is connected by a small amount of builds, or by gradually lowering the number of builds they are connected to, this can give you a really good opportunity to chop someone in a fight. Then once they start falling, you can either pump them out of the sky or use it as an opportunity to take height and regain the advantage. There were certainly some more complex chops that Kobrax showed me, like this one where you build above your head and then chop the other player while in storm, but for now I really just wanted to work on tracking where the players were and then noticing when I had a good opportunity for a chop. So with my new set of improvements I wanted to make, I got to work grinding some more 1v1s, and almost straight away I could see a big difference in my gameplay, especially when I was fighting a good opponent and ended up losing height, as I was finally starting to hit some good chops and even won a couple of rounds purely based on that advantage. Around an hour in, my friend Asterix joined the call and wanted to give me some coaching while playing these 1v1s. He's not exactly Kobrax level, but he's definitely one of the best Zone Wars players I know, so having someone in call to help point out chops or let you know when to stop cranking to height limit like an idiot would end up being super helpful. He also had connections to some good Zone Wars players for me to 1v1, with most of these people being way better than me, which was certainly some good practice. Towards the end of these 1v1s for day 3, I ended up playing someone called TikTok JabobFN, and after Asterix looked up his TikTok, we noticed the guy was actually streaming the 1v1, so through the next 10 rounds I made it my mission to try and get a cool reaction clip, as all of the best Zone Wars players like Kobrax are always hitting clips on streamers. Sure, this guy wasn't exactly the greatest player and TikTok streams don't look that good, but after 15 rounds of 1v1s, this happened. Oh! Yeah, I know it doesn't look that good, but it still gave me a huge ego boost to end the day. Now that I felt I was improving, I wanted to try and work on my playstyle as a whole, aiming to achieve the same perfect looking consistency players like Zen and Kobrax have while they play this map. And after doing a few hours of VOD reviewing, I narrowed it down to a couple of things that would make a big difference. If you watch any good Zone Wars player, you'll realise they always do some variation of this side jump, and although it looks relatively simple, it can make a huge difference in a 1v1. You can do it with ramps to block your opponent off, you can do it with cones, you can follow it with 90s, you can follow it with retakes. This move was one of the most versatile, simple moves every Zone Wars player seemed to use, so if I could pair this with some more consistent movement, which I did by practicing without sprint and by by slowing down my mechanics ever so slightly, this would make a huge difference to my overall playstyle, and coming into my first 1v1s of the day, it definitely felt like it did. Sure, I wasn't exactly playing at my best on day 4, that was bound to happen at some point, but this was making me feel so much more confident throughout these 1v1s, as it felt like there was a much smaller chance of me messing up and doing something stupid. However, this boost in confidence would quickly come to an end when I got this DM from Asterix, saying that he apparently had someone really good for me to 1v1, a player called Zolev. Now, I had 1v1 Zolev in the past and knew he was pretty good, but what I didn't know when I loaded into the first round of these 1v1s was that Zolev recently had some interesting allegations related to his aim, and throughout the next few rounds, these allegations would start to seem like they might actually be true.
Kinda happy with that. Oh, okay. I should have expected. Oh, Asterix, are you spectating that?
Yeah.
Please tell me you saw that. What? Okay, that was a crazy shot.
At the peak.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to take away from the fact that Zolo was clearly a very good Zone Wars player. I mean, he was way better than me and had a huge amount of experience playing the game mode, but there were a few moments that meant I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that he might actually be cheating. So it was time to do some investigating, with Asterix coming up with the idea that him and Zolev would 1v1 each other, giving me the opportunity to spectate. This would hopefully give a good insight into exactly what Zolev was doing each round, and what followed was certainly some very interesting gameplay.
Whoa!
Alright.
What a shot!
Alright, Zolev.
Okay.
Build.
Oh my god. Holy moly.
Wait, oh my god, in about it.
The triple dink I just witnessed. God damn. Ooh, nice jump.
What?
Okay.
Ready for the fantastic?
What have I just witnessed? Okay, yeah, okay.
After Asterix lost 5-1, we still weren't completely convinced Zolev was cheating, and with no actual evidence I shrugged it off and continued my practice for day 4. That was until not even a few hours later I got this DM from Asterix, saying that Zolev had actually been banned for cheating. Yeah, I'm definitely using that as an excuse for the fact that I got 10-2'd. Totally not anything to do with any type of skill issue at all. I don't know what would make you think that, but at this point I was getting pretty tired of playing 1v1s, so coming into day 5 it was time to switch things up. A huge part of Zone Wars isn't just playing 1v1s, it's the team game modes you can do alongside it, with 2v2s being one of the most popular ways to play Zone Wars, so if I wanted the full Zone Wars experience I had to try some 2v2s. Now there would be a couple of new things I needed to learn if I wanted to play well with a teammate. I started by adapting this side jump into 90 start to just end up cranking as high as humanly possible. In most 2v2 Zone Wars, one player will crank like crazy until they get high, and then the other will end up fighting their own player on low ground, so this start would ensure that I could get as high as humanly possible at the start of each round. I then decided to learn 2 different cuck starts, which are designed specifically to force a fight with the second player when you're on low ground, both of these designed to block the player off as soon as they left the box. So with some new strategies in place, there was only one thing left to do: find a good teammate. Doxy, the same player that had beat me 15-5 on day 2, and coming into our first 2v2 of the day, neither of us could have imagined the crazy win streak that would follow.
Yeah, no. 185, dead. Dead. I chopped one. Oh, cracked. Dead. I think it's just you. Are they doubling you? Do you want me to drop? Oh, one drops on me. Oh! Full clips! Dead. Cracked. Dead. Let's go. Oh, 140. Nice. 150. Nice. Whack and chop him. Nice. Oh, beamed. 186 on one. Dead. Oh my god. Nice. Chopped one. Dead.
Very far.
Dead. Oh, what have I just witnessed? Oh, there. Coned. 170 dead. Dead. Nice. Let's go. Dead. Oh, okay. Beam. 100. My god. Oh. Dead. Behind you, behind you, behind you. Oh, 100. 1 HP, 1 HP. 30. Oh. He's going for a clip on you. 130. Nice. They must hate me right now. They're both trying to fight you and I'm just sat there spraying them on the head the whole time. Oh, wow. Wow.
Now there was one final move that Kobrax had taught me that I was desperate to do in a real Zone Wars 1v1, the Zen Mantle. A super difficult move that allows you to cancel full damage from any height, which in Zone Wars would make it nearly impossible for your opponent to drop to low ground, almost guaranteeing a free win. But how do you do it?
Go up to me and look at where my foot is, my left foot, right? That's how like you want it to be. You want it to be like your heel, you kind of want it to be on the edge.
Okay, yeah.
And then you would edit down and then you can either like spam wall and floor and like hold it and hold your spacebar down, or you could like time it. I usually time it. I place 2 balls on the floor instantly.
So what, like here?
Yeah, that looks fine. You could try that. And then look like almost straight down. Like you're kind of looking like a little bit more up.
Well, like here?
A little bit more up.
A little bit more up.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. So.
All right, and then you're gonna edit yourself down, and you're gonna just hold down space, and then you're gonna spam between like floor and wall, but don't do it like instantly because you'll build.
Oh.
Nice, first try.
Let's go.
Yeah, after doing it first try with Kobrax on day 1, I thought this was going to be easy. But after heading into a creative map to practice it, I began to realise how lucky I must have gotten to get this first try. You see, while practicing in creative for the first hour, I was getting the move on average once in every 30 or so attempts, which in a real Zone Wars 1v1 was not going to cut it. So I decided to do one of the most painful things I've ever done for a video. I practiced this non-stop for 6 hours straight. They say the definition for insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, and this would describe the 6 hours of practice almost exactly. It didn't take me long to get the foot positioning perfect on every attempt, but where to look for placing the wall and floor was one of the hardest things I've ever tried to learn. Usually with any move in Fortnite there is a reference point for where to look with your crosshair, but for this it was just guessing over and over until I got the muscle memory to do it somewhat consistently. And when I say consistently, that's still 1 in only 6 or 7 attempts after 6 hours of practice. So after literally sending myself insane, I decided I had to at least give this a try in a 1v1, and after around 40 minutes of embarrassing failed attempts, I finally got this.
I got it! I have no mats. I might still lose this. Let's go! Oh my god, I actually did it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! Let's go! Finally! Oh my god.
To finish this week of practice, there still remained one important question. Did this actually make my fighting any better in a tournament? Now, the baseline tournament I used for this video was my highest kills I've ever gotten in a solo ranked cup, which was 45 the week before. So after 9 games of W-keying everyone I could see, how many kills did I manage to get? 33. Yeah, not that great, but I don't think that means that Zone Wars was bad for my fighting. You see, this cup where I got 45 kills was not only off the back of top 5ing multiple ranked cups, but even winning the tournament a couple days before. This meant that my confidence was at an all-time high when I played that tournament. So when I loaded into the ranked cup for this video, after playing nothing but 0 delay Zone Wars for a week, I just simply wasn't as confident fighting in game. Sure, my fighting in Zone Wars had definitely improved a ton, but I think I spent way too long learning how to play the game mode itself, meaning if I did this again, it would most likely have a positive effect on my fighting as I could tailor my practice to specifically work on my weaknesses. If you enjoyed and want to see more Zone Wars, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.